Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 117 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy, and we're gonna chit chat for a little bit. So, I have things to show you. I have finished things, and I have in progress things, and I even have yarn in the dye pot that will be things very soon. So, let's start with a finished thing, shall we? I had a hankering for something just super quick, kind of a palette cleanser, quick on and off the needles. So I found this skein of hand spun that I had gotten from Coggie at Knitting in the Mitten last year. And I pulled it out, and originally I thought I would do like a hat or a cowl, but my son saw it and he really wanted it. Don't know why, but he thought he needed it. So he asked for a scarf. So I just did a little quick garter stitch. I think there's like 20 stitches on here, wide scarf. And to me, it's not very long. It's garter, so it stretches. It's not very long, so I haven't woven the end yet because I'm tempted to sew it together. I haven't decided yet, so here it sits for the moment, but just a little quickie garter stitch thing. And it's so pretty. Her hand spun was so much fun to knit with. It's so pretty like that. I don't know why, but I think it's so cool when it wraps up. I have no idea what the fiber was. I have no idea who the dyer is. Nothing. Coggie just gave it to me, and that's what it became. So, finished project. And apparently this was the Coggie week because the project that I'm currently working on is also from Coggie, but it's her hand-dyed yarn. This is back when she was dyeing. Coggie is the host of the High Fiber Diet audio podcast, and she had a dyeing business for a while, and this is her yarn that I'm working on. I really wanted something that was kind of brainless that I could travel with, so I pulled out this beautiful skein of yarn. Here's it in the ball. Beautiful, beautiful skein. And I wasn't really certain at first, but my husband was like, "Ooh, those are nice colors." And so I asked him if he'd wear them, and he said yes. So I am working on a sock for him. So I'd have to go back and look. Maybe I'll link it over here. There's a particular pattern I'm using for a heel flap gusset kind of sock. Usually I do short rows in his, but this time I decided to try something else. And as you can see, it's got a gusset increase over here and the heel flap with a little bit of Aya Partridge kind of mocking on the bottom of the heel turn. So a little bit right there. So just a toe up sock. I believe these are 64 stitches around for him. And it's been a lot of fun to watch because it kind of like striped up here, and then when I got up in here to where these increases are, it pulled a bit. And now we're back to, I think, striping again. So my husband likes a lot of ribbing at the top of his socks. So I'm like maybe an inch past this heel flap part, and I'm already into the ribbing. And I will probably do, honestly, I will probably go at least another 2 more inches of just solid ribbing for him. So sock number 1 is here. Obviously, sock number 2 hasn't happened yet, but these are his. So I also sat down this week and I did some master knitter work. Impressive, right? Well, we'll see. So I'm going to take this needle out because I still have it in there. My first one, I did my Argyle swatch, and I was kind of practicing, really doing pretty well, and then something happened right here. Can you see that giant hole? You can see my finger through that hole. Something happened. I'm not sure what, and the more I tried to fix it, the more it went wonky on me. So this was the first swatch I did, and I was really kind of frustrated with myself because I did have that giant one. So I sat down and I did another one. But as you can tell, I have not sewn in my duplicate stitch Argyle crossing. So I actually used this one to practice with. I don't know if you can tell, but I used this one to practice. And I'm really glad I did that because I got looking and I am doing about half of them right. And then as I started going the opposite direction, I started doing them wrong. So when you're actually duplicate stitching on, let's see if I can show you. I don't know if this camera is going to pick it up. At the bottom down here, at these, let's see, these little V's at the bottom, when you kind of tie it open, it should be open. You should actually see that V. And part of them are twisted. And so when you tug it open, you can see it twist even more, not open up like a stitch should. So this one actually allowed me to have some practice doing my duplicate stitch and not having to pick it out on my good one. So this is the good one, and I am going to be duplicate stitching on this one this week. So you might see this one again. I'm looking at it and I'm pretty happy with it. I do need to weave in some ends still. I haven't gotten my ends woven in. And I might need to reblock it just to get a crisper block. But I'm really happy with this so far. So, one down. Well, the big part of the swatch down. I still have to, like I said, duplicate stitch. So, that's what I've been working on. I imagine next week you might see a new project. I will probably not have hubby's socks finished, but I will probably have another pair of socks finished, or another pair of socks on the needles next week. I have the yarn in the dye pot that I want to use like right now. I'm kind of excited about this. Megan put out a call for test knitters, just run knit, asked for a couple of test knitters, and I volunteered. She's got a new sock pattern out that takes 2 colors. And it is just, it's a really gorgeous pattern. And I knew as soon as I saw it what I wanted to make with it. So yarn's going, and I'll show y'all that next week. I think that's everything I've been working on this week. I hope that you've all had a great week. Other than that, I will sit and chat with y'all next week. So have a good one. See ya.